Okay, hi guys, welcome to this session. My name is Steve. I'm going to discuss with you a very short topic on the human ear. Now first we will look at the lesson objectives of this session. One, we are seeking to explain the two main functions of the human ear. Two, to describe the structures of the ear. And lastly, we shall be trying to describe how the hearing process takes place or how it occurs. In this presentation, I shall be using an oral presentation. I will also use a PowerPoint presentation, lastly a video clip to demonstrate the hearing process. The ear consists of three main parts, which is the outer ear, the middle ear, and the inner ear. The outer ear consists of three parts: the ear pinna, the auditory meatus, and the tympanic membrane. The middle ear consists of the malleus, incus, and the stapes. Those are three small bones within the middle ear. And lastly, the inner ear consists of a tube called the cochlea and semicircular canals. Next, let's now look at this in a diagrammatic format. We have the ear, the organ for this discussion, which then is made of the outer ear, the middle ear, and the inner ear, as we have said before. Now this outer ear, as I've mentioned, consists of three parts: the pinna, the auditory meatus, and the tympanic membrane. Then coming to the middle ear, it's also made of three parts: the malleus, the incus, and the stapes, which is that it's a series of small bones whose function is to amplify sound waves as they are transmitted to the inner ear. The inner ear is made of two structures: the semicircular canal and the cochlea. Now, what are the main functions of the ear? The ear plays two basic functions, one of which is hearing, what we are discussing about today. Another function is body balance and posture, which we shall be discussing in our next session. Now, to understand the hearing process, I will show you a short video clip which captures the hearing process, bring into play the various structures that we have discussed and how they coordinate to eventually bring about hearing process.
Ears are constantly active. They pick up sound waves and change them into information that the brain can interpret, such as music or speech. Sound is a pressure wave that can vibrate either quickly or slowly. Slow vibrations produce deep sounds, while quick vibrations produce high-pitched sounds. Sound enters the ear and is directed through the ear canal, where it first reaches the eardrum. As the eardrum begins to vibrate, it sets the ossicular chain in motion. The ossicular chain consists of the hammer, anvil, and the stirrup. Sound vibrations move along the ossicular chain and into the inner ear. Within the inner ear, the cochlea plays a central role. It is here that the mechanical energy of sound is converted into complex electrical signals, which are then passed on to the brain. In simplified terms, the cochlea is a spiral-shaped tube filled with fluid. Sensory cells, also called hair cells, line the entire length of the cochlea. These hair cells have varying degrees of sensitivity for the detection of different tones or frequencies. This allows the ear to perceive the entire spectrum of sound. The change from mechanical vibration to electrical pulse is a complex process resulting from the movement of hair cells in the cochlea. Along the entire length of the cochlea, the hair cells are arranged like the keys of a piano. Hair cells located at the base or lower region of the cochlea are responsible for high frequency, while hair cells at the apex are responsible for the low frequencies. As the fluid in the cochlea is set in motion, it causes a corresponding movement of the fine structures on the surface of the hair cells to take place. These movements cause tension differences, which produce electrical signals that are passed along the hearing nerve to the brain. The auditory cortex of the brain interprets this information as sound, for example, as music or speech. The entire chain of events, including the various steps that convert sound waves from the environment into information that the brain can interpret, happens so fast that individuals can hear sound both continuously and instantaneously. Within this complex chain of events, there are a number of factors which can cause an individual to experience hearing loss. A loss of hearing can range from a mild to moderate hearing deficiency to a total hearing loss. In general, there are three main types of hearing loss which differ from one another depending on the part of the ear that is affected, be it the outer, middle, or inner ear.
Okay, so that's the short clip showing how the ear functions. As we said, we just want to look at the basic structure of the ear, their role in the hearing process, and then in our next session we shall be discussing more about the role of the ear in